Hey guys, welcome to Flipping Houses Live. Today I'm going to tell you why, if you're a real estate investor, if you're a real estate wholesaler, if you fix and flip homes, if you just do regular flipping houses, right? Why you will fail if you don't have all these ingredients. And I want to take you something. I got an email from someone and I want to read it. And it kind of just like makes me scratch my head. So I want to tell you what it says. They copied me in an email saying something that I put out in a video. In the video I said, and this is me talking, when I first got started investing in real estate, I bought every book, every tape, and I've been to almost every real estate investing seminar that you can imagine, which is true, okay? I was hungry for my first real estate deal, but I couldn't quite put it all together. Maybe you're like me. I was a walking encyclopedia of real estate investing knowledge, but I've never done my first deal. Maybe you can relate. So that's the question I posed. This is a video from years ago, okay? So the email I got was from a gentleman. He says, I absolutely can relate. After 48 months, 3,000 plus hours, 50 grand invested, and still no deals, not a single dollar made. Zero ROI. Yes, I can absolutely relate, he says. Can you help? I most certainly wish you could, but I seriously doubt that you can. This is him talking to me. I doubt anyone can. Real estate investing is simple, yes, but it's not easy. Not even remotely, in spite of being pitched by everyone that it's easy. So here's the big thing I want to clear up right now. Real estate investing in any exit strategy is not easy. It's just not. But it is simple. So I'm going to talk to you about easy in just a minute, and it just makes me tired. But before I get there, I want to talk about, I got 4 steps I want to share with you on how you can be successful wholesaling real estate, flipping houses in your local market this year. Let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is your why. This might be the most important for anyone getting started, anyone that's maybe you've done some deals, you're having trouble getting those wheels working to get your next deal, right? It's your why. Let me tell you what my why was and why it made or break whether I was successful in real estate. My why was I didn't want to work for anyone, I didn't want to have to punch a clock, and I wanted to create my own freedom and my own success on my own dime, which meant I was willing to do whatever it took, and I was willing to take on that risk, okay? So that was my why. My why was so deep that I didn't have the education to get me out there and a big 4-year degree that was going to pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars a year trading time for dollars, right? So my why was really important. I wanted to do real estate investing more than anything else. My trouble was I didn't have money and I didn't have credit. Kind of stumps a lot of people, and they say, ha, it'll never work. Would you believe how many people actually got in my ear and said, you're crazy. How do you think you could be a real estate investor? And I almost believed them. I almost believed them. But my why was so big that nothing was going to stand in my way. Even if it took time, I was willing to put my time, any extra money I had in going to seminars and books and courses. I did it, and I lived it, and I breathed it. I engulfed it because I wanted it really, really bad. Number 2. Determination. Determination. You know, I get so, my skin kind of cringes sometimes when people, and I hope you're not one of them, you want things when? Right now. Everything. McDonald's, fast food, things, money, power, girls, men, right? We want it now. We're not, maybe we think we're owed it, right? But I want you to think of real estate investing as something real and worthwhile, because it is. And it can pay a lot of money. You can earn a lot of money, a lot of wealth. You can have a lot of freedom. But you got to put your time in. Think of some names like this. Think of Michael Jordan, right? Think of like basketball greats like that. Think of professional football stars, professional baseball stars. They've gone on, they make $50 million a year, and you watch them on TV and you're like, man, they barely even hit the ball. They fielded horrible. I can't believe that they make that kind of money. it's not fair. Well, what you don't realize is as they're, say, 35 years old, making a killing, they started honing their skill when they were 8, 9, 10, right? Honing, living, breathing. While you were playing video games after school, perhaps, they were at the gym. They were practicing their swing. They were shooting free throws. They were practicing and weightlifting on the football field, right? And they went on, and they dug in and they honed their skill. And after all these years, they're really, really good at it. So nothing comes instantly or overnight, including investing in real estate, okay? It takes time. It takes time, but you have to be willing to put that time in. And if you're not, you might as well walk away from this and any other thing worthwhile in life as well. And I say that lovingly, but for real, okay? So if you want it right now, it's not likely to happen right now, but you can take small wins right now, and that might be finally understanding one concept, knowing how to get from A to B and B to C and C to D, right? Moving in the right direction. When you have your goal sheet of what you want to do, and that's kind of what's going to lead me to number 3. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about why this is important, number 3, because a lot of investors get really caught up here. Even investors who have done deals before, okay? So, specializing in just one exit strategy. Here's why it's important. Because there's 101 ways to flip a house. 101 ways, there's tons of different ways to wholesale real estate. There's tons of different ways to flip houses for a profit. You can go on and on. You can be on YouTube, you can go to seminars, you can read books. You'll read one little technique and another twist and another twist and another twist. And before you know it, you'll be kind of like I was 20 some years ago. I knew about every way under the sun to do a deal. I just couldn't put it together and say, I want to focus on this first. Had too much information overload. So I tell you this, it's really important. Specialize in just one exit strategy. Okay, so what I'm referring to is wholesaling. Okay, that's one. Wholetailing. That's one. Fix and flip. That's one. Cash flow properties. That's one. Options in real estate. That's one. Rent to own. That's one. Lease options. That's one. You see where I'm going with this? We can go on and on and on and on. But let me tell you something that I learned over the years. The money, for me, started right here. And the reason it started right there is I didn't have money, I didn't have credit, but I had a drive. I had a drive to do what I'm going to tell you at number 4 in just a minute. I'm going to show you number 4. I had a drive to do that. And because I became an expert at it, all of these options work for me. Okay? But I had to stop learning about all of this, and everyone's trying to get hold of me, and I asked them not to. So I had to stop learning about this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and I finally just said, man, this is it. I got this right here. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to make this work so well, you don't even know. And I did, because this allowed me to get into real estate investing with no money and no credit, because I was doing wholesaling deals. I was wholesaling real estate without using my money to buy the deals, without using my money to close the deals, and without using my credit. It was awesome. And then once I became an expert here, then I could move to here. Once I became an expert here, then I moved to here. Once I'm an expert at all of these, and I don't leave these categories, I don't leave any of these categories at all. I stay right here until I'm an expert. And I stayed right here until I became an expert at that. Now I've got 2 opportunities in my bucket when I'm out looking at properties, right? Then, once I learned wholesaling houses and wholetailing houses, then I decided to take on my first fix and flip. Using the same strategies that I'm about to show you in finding deals in a second, but it allows you to move on. But I can't express how important it is to specialize in just one exit strategy and just become an expert at it. Do it really well, and you will become an expert at it. Will you be nervous doing your first deal? Yeah. Will you be nervous doing your second deal? Probably. Okay, it's just how it is in anything in life. You were probably nervous when you had your first kiss, right? But this has got to be something that you want so bad for your own purpose and reason. If you're just wishy-washy, this is not the right thing for you. I can just tell you, I'll save you time and money and energy. It's just not right for you, okay? If you're wishy-washy, you got to have your why. If you don't have it, write it down. Before you go to bed tonight, write it down. And you've got to be determined that whatever it takes, you're about to do it. You're gonna work extra after work. You're gonna study after work. You're gonna look at houses on the weekends. You're gonna make offers on the weekends, right? When everyone else is resting and relaxing, you're gonna get this business because you're gonna put in the time and the effort, determination, and you're gonna specialize in one exit strategy, okay? This is the last one. It's number 4, and this, in my opinion, if you hit all these and you don't hit number 4, this business just won't work for you. Okay? So, number 4, is becoming an expert at finding motivated sellers and getting these leads to call you. Now, what are motivated seller leads? Motivated seller leads are typically off-market properties. People that have a problem that they need solved that typically don't make it to the retail market through a real estate agent, typically. Now, can you find some here and there? Yeah, it does. Can you build a business off of it? Unless you're in a major metro area and you have an in with an REO rep or a agent or something like that, it's pretty tough to build a full business on MLS properties. But especially if you're coming in here and you need discounts, you got to solve off-market problems by getting these people to call you, okay? In another video that's coming out shortly, I'm going to give you several tips that I use in my local market that you can use in your market, and they're free, on how to get these kind of people calling you saying, hey, George, Bonnie, Sally, hey, I've got this house, and I got this from you, or I found your number here, or this or that, and I'd like you to make an offer. I'm moving, or I'm leaving town, or I lost my job, and I just want to sell it in as-is condition. Great, I'll come out and take a look, right? If your phone is not ringing with these people, this business is not going to work well. This business is not going to work well. This business may or may not, this business may or may not. But the bigger dollars is found right here in number 4, motivated seller leads, and getting them to call you, all right? Okay, if you want more videos like this, if you want to know and get this video about motivated seller leads, how to find them and get them to call you in your own market, subscribe to the Flipping Houses Live channel right now. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Also, if you want my free video series, go to my website at flippinghouseslive.com. Jump onto my free video series before it gets put back into the members only section and check it out. So I hope you found great value in this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write them down. Make your why today if you haven't already. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.